It was such a thrill that it made the goose bumps come up all over me. I wish I could picture it for you, but I cannot. This chapter gives to us a display of love, not a definition. And I'm sure Paula is watching this, and I've tried many times to aid her sight whenever I've been in a meeting with her or different things, describing to her what's going on. And really, in her inability to see the sunset that I see is kind of like the way the Greek is in the English. It's almost blind because of the beauty and the pictorial um, depth of the Greek language compared to the English language. It's almost like being blind whenever that you read it in English. There are three words in the Greek which are all translated by our one word, love. It's very English is very barbaric and inadequate. That's why Jesus was born during the Koine Greek era. There is a word, eros. That is the word for passion, the word used for lust. It is used of Aphrodite and Eros, or Venus and Cupid, as we most commonly know them. Sex would be our word for it today. This word does not occur in the New Testament at all. I thought it did, but it was translated evil. But anyway, I didn't pull out my handy dandy. What do we use for lexicon? Then there is the word phileo, which means affection. We find that root in our word Philadelphia and philanthropist. It means a love of man, a love of a brother. It means human love at its highest and its noblest. The word agapeo, is the highest word for love in the New Testament and means divine love. It is more than love in the emotion, it is love in the will. It is love that chooses its object. Love is a choice. No, where is my love is a choice? Oh, there it is. Love is a choice. Book. And we talk about in the Way to a Great Marriage cast. Um, there is a discussion between Peter and our Savior in I think it's in the end of Matthew. He says three times, "Do you love me?" And Peter says, "Thou knowest that I love you." He keeps asking him the agape. Do you agape me? And Peter says, "You know that I phileo you." In other words, I'm incapable of agapeing you. That's why Jesus asked him three times. It is a definition of God, for God is love. Now I am going to give you an outline of the chapter. Again, this seems like a violation of the chapter, but the mechanics will help us understand it. There is the preeminence of love, or its value, in verses 1 through 3, the prerogative of love, its virtue, in verses 4 through 7, and the preeminence of love, its victory, in verses 8 through 13. This is a short chapter tonight. Hopefully, I can also be able to do it as short as well. So remember how this chapter flows, and uh, thought the thought in chapter 12, which was the endowment of gifts. Chapter 13 tells of the energy of the gifts. All gifts of the Spirit are to be